Oh ho ho. Wow, what's up? Do you see the IOC responded on the Boxer stuff? I have not. Do you still have your NVIDIA? Yeah, I do. Because NVIDIA and CrowdStrike are the future. In 8 months. Remember, guys, they made fun of us for the Facebook buy. And I know that we had a lot of doubters in the chat. And you guys were like, oh, God, it's down so much. Destiny, we made a mistake. And some of you bailed because you weren't believers. Okay? Some of you bailed because you weren't believers. But there are believers out there. All right? I know it's looking rough, but this is coming back. It's coming back. Listen, if I had another 500K in my checking account, I'd be buying Intel today. All right? Because you know what? Intel is coming back too. All right? Intel is coming back too. What do we have in the bank account today? I'm not buying Intel right now. I'm floating enough meme stock, okay? Okay. Wow, Zukairo Air. Thank you for the tier 5 subber. Just a quick random, okay, a couple tech questions. Is there no way around this dog shit app? I don't think I should replace the 2 lights downstairs with Hue lights, but this app is like prohibitively dog shit. I don't know if I want to use it. The hardware is good. Is there like a home device or some bullshit that you can buy? Anybody know anything about these NanLink lights? Is that possible, or are you stuck with using the dog shit ass horrible fucking Bluetooth app on the phone? I don't even know what this box is. What does it do? Oh. NanLink box. Oh, I wonder if this is easier. Someone said home assistant. NanLink home assistant. Wait, is this shit not available on Amazon? Are you still driving your Focus RS? I sure am. Home Assistant is a whole thing. You probably don't want to set it up. Really? Oh, not affiliated with NanLink at all. Okay, well, fuck that. I got a wider angle lens for the studio so you can see more to the left and right, but you can also see more up and down. And now you can see that whole light on the top. I don't know how I'm going to end up setting that up. Does Dustin actually read YouTube chat? Nope, because I hate you. Should I get another black magic for the TV thing? 2.35 to 1 crop. Wouldn't that give me black bars on the top and bottom? Do I want that? Jesus.
White boy says, I had to wait in line at Starbucks today, so I know about oppression. White boy retweets NPR and watches Jeopardy for fun. White boy won't admit it, but he likes it when you get the answer wrong. Likes the feeling of knowing just a little bit more than you do. White boy listens to indie music and paints his life a 500 days of summer shade of mope because the whole world loves him the least. White boy is glad Green Book won the Oscar and not glad that Trump is the president. Not glad, but safe. Happy to know he will not have to live in a world where white people are the minority. White boy says, aren't you white? White boy says...
This is like slam poetry or something, right? Oh, okay, I'm good. All right. Does JHC have perms in your Discord? I haven't heard from him in a while. The philosophy duder? Probably not for a long time. I don't even know if that guy was never really part of my community. He was just part of Discord communities. Oh no. Jesus Christ. That's... Explain? I can't. Okay. Done with this. Do I need to... Somebody linked me this. What is this?
Mr. President, it looks like you likely lost the state of Georgia. We're investigating. There's always a possibility. I get it. And you have the rights to go through the courts. What you don't have the ability to do, and you need to step up and say this, is stop inspiring people to commit potential acts of violence. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get shot. Someone's going to get killed. And it's not right. It's not right.
Mr. Sterling, what prompted you to make these remarks?
Mr. Schiff, we had a previously scheduled press conference that day, as we were in the habit of doing, trying to be as transparent as we could about the election and the counts going on. A little after lunch that day, lunchtime, I received a call from the project manager from Dominion Voting Systems, who was oddly, audibly shaken. She's not the kind of person I would assume would be that way. She has a master's from MIT, a graduate of the Naval Academy, and is very much on the ball and pretty unflappable. And she informed me about a young contractor they had who had been receiving threats from a video been posted by some QAnon supporters. And at that point, we had been sort of been steeping in this kind of stuff. So it was around us all the time, so I didn't take note of it, no more than adding to the pile of other stuff we were having to deal with. And I did pull up Twitter, and I scrolled through it, and I saw the young man's name. There was a particular tweet that, for like
First mistake.
a better word, was the straw that broke the camel's back. Had the young man's name. It was a very unique name. I believe it was a first-generation American. And it said, had his name, you committed treason, may God have mercy on your soul, with a slowly twisting gif of a noose. And for lack of a better word, I'd lost it. I just got irate. My boss was with me at the time, the Deputy Secretary, Jordan Fuchs, and she could tell that I was angry. I tend to turn red from here up when that happens, and that happened at that time. And she called Secretary Raffensperger to say, we're seeing these kind of threats, and Gabe thinks we need to say something about it. And Secretary said yes, and that's what prompted me to do what I did. I lost my temper, but it seemed necessary at the time because it was just getting worse. And I could not tell you why that particular one was the one that put me over the edge, but it did.
Now, after you made this plea to the president, did Donald Trump urge his supporters to avoid the use of violence?
Not to my knowledge.
Rudy Giuliani appeared before the Georgia State Senate and played a surveillance video from State Farm Arena, falsely claiming that it showed this conspiracy taking place. Here's a sample of what Mr. Giuliani had to say during that hearing.
And when you look at what you saw on the video, which to me was a smoking gun, powerful smoking gun, well, I don't have to be a genius to figure out what happened. And I don't have to be a genius to figure out that those votes are not legitimate votes. You don't put legitimate votes under a table.
No.
Like, it's such a crazy, like, how do you know there was any kind of like fraud or anything going on? Well, let me just say this. You don't have to be a genius. Well, the court thanks you for your wonderful arguments and evidence you presented today.
Wait until you throw the opposition out, and in the middle of the night, count them.
The sign language thing is fake, right? Like, they just make it up. Wasn't there a person that did, was it a concert or a speech? Or somebody went up. Why did they do this? They couldn't do sign language, so they just faked it? Why do they do this?
It's happened again. Another sign language interpreter accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference.
It's got to be like a bet or like a dare or something, right? Like, I bet you won't go on TV and pretend to know sign language.
Announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells, says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud. So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
Tampa Police Public Information Officer Steve Hegarty told me the woman simply showed up out of the blue and offered her services.
My immediate reaction was, I didn't call for a sign language interpreter, but that's great that we have one here. I let her in.
Did this woman appear to know what she was doing?
To the untrained eye, and that would include mine, I didn't see any problems.
This latest embarrassment comes 3 months after it was revealed that the sign language interpreter at a hurricane...
They probably had one of those TV situational comedy situations where they accidentally got identified as a sign language person. Yeah, it feels like a Three's Company skit. Like, Jack, you're on. I'm on for what? For your interview. It's like, okay. And then he goes out and like, oh, no. You're the sign language guy, right? And he's like, oh, shit. Related onion skit. Okay, wait. There is one thing I need to get today, okay? Before we start for real. Okay. I realize now, okay, as I've come to understand how powerful the software is downstairs, I need a device like this for my stream. I have a sound card in this computer so that I can take digital audio out of my... Wait, okay, hold on. We're going to draw this, okay? Tech audio time, all right? Here's how the sound works on my home computer, all right? So I do a digital audio out from my gaming PC to my streaming PC, and then I play it here through the recording, right? I think it's like stereo mix or something. Or no, it's called something different. It's my sound card, okay? I think these are called ADAT. I used to call it SPDIF or whatever, but or something else, but I think this is ADAT. So a digital audio out from here to here, and then I have what I'm speaking to right now is a microphone that goes into a channel strip that goes into a mixer that plugs into my computer. I also have I've got a box here. I don't know what this is for, but this is just something with my audio. What the fuck is this? Why do I have this? I have a digital audio like routing box. I have no idea what it is for or why I have this. Wait, what did I, hold on. What did I buy this for? Returns, Amazon, audio, or orders. Can I find, did I buy this on Amazon? Is it a cloud lifter? No, it's something that I plug digital audio cables into. Oh, it's this. Purchased on May 3rd, 2020. Why the fuck do I have this? Why don't I just plug my gaming computer right into my streaming computer? Oh, I know I think I know why I have this. I think I have this so that I can hook up a game system. Okay, so I also have like another box here. That my audio also goes through for a gaming thing sometimes. Okay. However, what I've realized now in working with these RME devices, if I get one of these boxes, all right, this thing eliminates the need for the channel strip, replaces the mixer, eliminates the need for this bullshit, and I don't even need the fucking sound card on this. These things are actual fucking god tier magic. Because with this, I can literally, I think I can just plug my gaming PC into this. I can plug my, and I can just plug everything into this. It just does everything. Is this the one to get though? Are you ever going to add video to Spotify? Can you do that? As long as you like the preamp sound more than your channel strip, I don't think it's voice. I'm talking. I'm not even singing. This is the best audio interface on the market. Preamp is really important though, even for voice. Okay. I'm just trying to think. This is going to do everything. What does this interface offer that you can't get from a Scarlett 2 and 2? I used a Scarlett like 8 years ago and I hated it. The red box of death. Maybe I just didn't understand the software well enough at the time, but the software and everything for this made me want to kill myself. But we use an RME interface downstairs for the studio, and ever since I like got more involved with the audio shit, the software and everything for this is literal, actual. Like, it is magic. It is fucking magical, and it is so good and so powerful and so simple. This is just amazing. So I won't mind. I wouldn't mind having like this on my, as long as Total Mix and everything works the same way. Is your keyboard a MIDI out? It has MIDI out, but no, I actually take audio out from it. So the boxes just replace what you already have. Does this have added benefits because your audio is... No, it's not going to do anything for you guys. It just simplifies my stuff a lot. I can dump both channel strips. I can dump this mixer. I can dump this audio box. And I can dump my sound card. It just... I can literally trash like 4 or 5 different devices and then put them all just in this one thing, which is Bayzid. I'm a big fan of elegance, okay? Okay. Let me just make sure. This has an ordinary USB connection to my computer. Yes. So I can connect my streaming PC I can do ADAT in from my gaming PC, which is fine. And then my microphone will connect here. I don't need a channel strip or anything. This thing, I'm assuming this device for fucking $2,000 can give me a fuck ton of good clean gain, right? Like even if I were to hook an SM7B up to it, it'd be good. Whatever, I don't use SM7B, I don't give a fuck. Okay. I'm buying, okay, we're getting this guy. This is like the newest one they have, right? That's not like a Fireface UCX3 or something, is there? Compressor? Yeah, it's all on the software here. Okay. Also, because I want to do a big election stream, the way that ADAT works, I can carry multiple channels of audio, at least 8 channels of audio into one of these devices, right? Because if I do an election stream, I might want more microphones, but I could just buy another interface and then ADAT that into the, if I ADAT it into the interface, will Total Mix let me see every individual channel coming in? Because if so, oh my God, that would just be amazing. You can plug it in an ADAT mixer preamp into the RME. Okay, so I could literally, like if I were to buy any bullshit like this, 8-channel microphone preamp, if I were to buy something like this and then take the ADAT out the back and then plug it into one of these interfaces, on Total Mix, I could see 8 different channels, 8 new hardware inputs, right? I would see that. Yes, you would? Okay, yes. Oh, okay. Nice. All right, cool. Okay, then the only other thing would be, have you asked any other podcasts how they do their audio setup? Nah, I don't need to. Fuck that. Most of the people that because now I ask questions when I go to studios. I ask them questions and shit, but usually none of the people there know what's going on. Usually it's just a rented studio or somebody else has set it up for them. Jesus. Destiny, you need to research what testosterone actually does. Responsible for. I don't know why you're phrasing so aggressively. Test does not make males taller. I'm pretty sure it actually indirectly makes all males shorter. Castrated opera boys were known for being ignorantly taller. than the average man. Male cows usually get castrated to become steers, which are bigger than bulls, by the way. The male XY expression is not a result of test. Their height, their bone mass, their joint size, muscle fiber type, none of that is a result of test. Okay. Is everything local in the room in your studio? I don't know what that question means. Is everything local in the room in your studio? There's a Fireface UFX 3. Yeah, but this is like to replace the device downstairs. This is, I just need something for my own room. Oh, is anyone attending virtually? Oh no, we're trying to invite people here. Why do people assume that renting is for people who can't afford a home, or that renting is a waste of money? Because Americans are brainwashed into thinking that homes are investment vehicles or good ways to build wealth. So they view it that way. Oh, okay. So I think my camera dude gave me a sick idea. For the TV screen behind me, I should set up another camera in the studio and just zoom that camera in somewhere outside so that I get a live feed of like the beach and the weather and the sunshine or whatever, and then shoot that to my monitor, which would be sick. But I need... Thank you for inspiring me to watch House. Oh, thanks for reminding me that. I have something to say about House, too. This, I should just get, because I've already got 3 of these cameras in the studio, and then I know how it works, and I won't have any other coloring, whatever bullshit. This should be a fine camera for this, right? Just getting a 4th one of these. My only question is, how much lens do I need to capture something that far out the window? Like, is 100 millimeters going to be good enough, or do I need like a 500 millimeter lens or something? You need to set up the PC input for both monitors when Turkey Tom is on the Discord stream cam call. Oh yeah, shit. I feel like that would be such a cute idea. Let me just solidify everything we got this year right now, though. That homeless. I know. Shut up. That if we all wanted to watch videos on this, how cute would it be if I had a TV monitor here and a chair, and then Tom was on the TV monitor? It would be like he's right there in the studio when we call people in. They're just sitting there on the TV. That would be so cute. I could even put like a little microphone in front of him. Like Space Coast Coast to Coast? Yeah, kind of, yeah. I wish there was a way... Is there any way to cut down on the glare that comes from the lights at the table? That's really fucking annoying. Only you and Dan would see it though, right? No, he would just be in a camera shot. I would just frame him up like a normal person. Hey, Tom, those clips were resurfacing. Shut up. No one cares. Spray a matte coating on the table? No, I meant a glare from the monitor. But if you guys can't even see the glare from the monitor, we're good. For the lens, if you only plan on having it as a wallpaper for the TV behind you Just get a cheap zoom lens with a variable f-stop. Those are dirt cheap. But if you want something nice, get the Canon 24-105 4L. 24 to 105. Oh, is zoom. Or 50 to 200. F2.0. Oh, okay. What is that one? Oh my god. Bruv. This is this would easily be the most expensive lens I've ever bought in my life. It's just glass. Why? Does this really need to be? Don't buy zooms. Your setup is fixed. Buy primes of higher quality. Okay, listen, I love you, and I hope I don't know if my camera guy's listening right now. Hopefully he's not, okay? He loves primes, okay? He says they're higher quality. For the price you get them at, you can move cameras around. Okay? I understand that, and I know there are photographers in my audience that are like, prime lens, okay? Don't buy... Okay, listen. I like zooms. They're very, very convenient, okay? They are so... I think right now the studio, I'm running two 50 to 100 millimeter zooms. Being able to zoom in and out on a thing without having to move the camera back and forth every fucking time is so nice, okay? Fuck you guys, all right? I like zoom lenses. Maybe I'm a lazy fuck. I don't care. Is there a way to make this shot wider? Huey was barely on the screen at times. Yes. I swapped that lens out last night. I have a much wider lens now. The problem though is that it catches this top and bottom light, but maybe I can just fucking cinematic cut this and put black bars on the top and bottom or something. But I have a wider lens now, yeah. This is so extra. Why not just record the outside once and then rerun that? What if it's storming? What if a cloud passes over? You can't have incongruity between what's on the expensive window behind me and the actual windows behind Dan. Dipshit. That's an RF mount. You need EF? Sure, okay. Man. God damn. This is a good lens though, yeah? So I can get this with a... The EF is much cheaper? Just for a different mount? No way. Where the fuck is EF even at? Oh, used. Ugh. Imagine being a used cuck. Oh, EF. Wait, is this actually the same lens? 70 to 200 millimeter, 2.8 f-stop. I don't know what IS-USM means. This $2,600 is even refurbished. Jesus. The same Sigma lens is almost $1,000 cheaper. Wait, where? The mount will not fucking fit on your camera. It said EF. This is an EF mount. What is... L mount. The fuck is that? ISM/I or USM is the autofocus. I thought the camera dictates autofocus. Oh no, I guess it wouldn't. How the fuck could a camera focus a lens? For the love of God, please get a prime lens. You don't need 70 to 200 action lens. What if I get the 200 and I just need it to be like 180? Now I'm fucked. What am I going to do? Move the camera back a fuck ton? I'm fucked. Okay? I'm fucked. Let's Try GG says, try a lens you already have. Oh, true. Oh, yeah, wait, I have extra lenses now because I bought so fucking many. Never mind. Okay, I won't buy a lens right now. Because I have two 50 to 100 zooms on both cameras over here, but I end up having one at 50 all the time, so I can swap the 50 to 100 out with the 50 prime, and then I could just use the 50 to 100 on one of these cameras and then go. Okay. Okay, camera, new interface. Oh, the simplification. I get to eliminate like 4 devices in this fucking room. Oh, I bought carpets too. I bought new carpets for all my shit. They're very cute. Who are you inviting for the election stream? I don't know yet. We haven't like formally planned it out. Okay, check out. It's the 4th. First, did we pay our credit cards, guys? Remember to pay down your credit cards every single month. Don't ever carry a balance, ever. Don't ever fucking carry a balance. Pay and transfer. Okay, yes. Current balance. Always current balance. Not statement balance. Not minimum payment. Current balance. Pay. Is it bad to pay it off early? No, they're credit cards. Don't let them fuck you. Do you have auto pay set up? I don't know if you can auto pay to pay off the full current balance. I think you can only auto pay statement balances or minimum payments. Actually, if you were auto paying your statement balance, that's probably the only thing that interest is generated on anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. Can you give any reasonable reason why someone would need 2 or more different credit cards? You can min-max points for new offers sometimes on cards, although I haven't done that in a while. Or you can... some cards offer different bonuses also for different sites. So I've got an Amazon Chase card that gives me 5 times points on all my Amazon purchases, which is 5 points is higher than anything I get on any other card for Amazon purchases. I've got another card that gives me really big bonus points on gas stations. So anytime I buy gas, which is nice. And then I've got another one that gives me good discounts on, or not discounts, but good point returns on, and good features on like restaurants and shit. So these are the best lenses for you. Too late. I'm going to try one I already have. Okay, ordered. Boom. 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 For the Army interface, you need to get a converter on top of the mic preamp to plug into the Army interface. If you want to expand it, the mic pre will convert mic signal to a line balancing, which will get converted around. Okay, I don't care about that. I'll do that later. Do you have an Amex card? I heard that Amex is, were not, that they nerfed that point system, so I got rid of all my Amex cards.
We would have to be fools to think that.
President Trump's campaign amplified Giuliani's false testimony in a tweet, pushing out the video footage. Giuliani likewise pushed out his testimony on social media. As you can see in this tweet, Mr. Giuliani wrote that it was, quote, now beyond doubt, unquote, that Fulton County Democrats had stolen the election. Later in this hearing, we'll hear directly from one of the election workers in this video about the effect these lies had on her and on her family.
My communist retard sister moved to Philadelphia to work for a nonprofit. She had private sector job offers for more than $140K a year, but she accepted a nonprofit job offer for $50K. She spent 76% of her income on rent. How do I explain to her that her job does not need to be virtuous? Communist Twitter has literally rotted her brain. So there's like 3 different things I would keep in mind. So one is you have to survive on your own, right? You have to be able to survive. Don't do anything that's self-destructive. So she's literally not able to survive because she's spending so much on rent. Then she should change that. Number one. Number two, it might be possible to do more good by earning more money someplace else and then allocating the extra money that you make to charitable causes or organizations that you want to support. If you truly want to do that, I think, rather than just like being broke and poor in some other area and not being able to help as much. However, I would say the third thing is retard communist Twitter is retard communist Twitter because they're a bunch of LARPing white dipshit college kids that do nothing. If your sister truly has the talent to work a job getting paid $140K a year and she's opted to work for a nonprofit at a lower pay cut, I don't think that's like retard commie Twitter shit at all. If she's literally allocating her talents to a nonprofit because it's a cause that she believes in, and her work would carry more pay at a different area, she's literally donating like part of her time and education and skills and her talents and everything. I think that's fine. I think that's a noble thing if she truly wishes to do that. I don't think that's a retard commie thing at all. I think that's like living your fucking values or whatever, right? Yeah. Hold on, wait. Let me grab my retainer things. 1 sec. Oh, they were right in the kitchen. What is this fucking retard? No surprise, Destiny and his audience don't understand credit cards? I saw that comment.
Mr. Sterling, did the investigators in your office review the entire surveillance tape from the State Farm Arena on election night?
They actually reviewed approximately 48 hours going over the time period where action was taking place at the counting center at State Farm Arena.
And what did the tape actually show?
Depending on which time you want to start, because as was mentioned, this conspiracy theory took on a life of its own, where they conflated a water main break that wasn't a water main break and throwing observers out and a series of other things. What it actually showed was Fulton County election workers engaging in normal ballot processing. One of the specific things, one of the things that was very frustrating was the so-called suitcases of ballots from under the table. If you watch the entirety of the video, you saw that these were election workers who were under the impression they were going to get to go home around 10:30. People are putting on their coats. They're putting ballots that are prepared to be scanned into ballot carriers that are then sealed with tamper-proof seals so that they can, they're not messed with. It's an interesting thing because you watch there's 4 screens of the video, and as you're watching it, you can see the election monitors in the corner with the press as they're taking these ballot carriers and putting them under the table. You see it there. One of the other hidden ones, if you look at the actual tape, was on the outside of the table, just from the camera angle. You couldn't see it originally. And this goes under the no good deed goes unpunished. We were told that we were at GMA, as the secretary pointed out, and we were told that it looked like they were shutting down the Fulton County counting. The secretary expressed some displeasure at that because we wanted to everybody keep counting so we could get to the results and know what was happening. So our elections director called their elections director, who was at another location because this was election day. There was 2 different places where ballot things were being done by the Fulton County office. So he called the elections director of Fulton, then called Ralph Jones, who was at the State Farm Arena, and said, "What the heck are you doing? Go ahead and stay." And as you watch the video itself, you see him take the phone call as people are putting things away, getting ready to leave. And you can tell for about 15, 20 seconds, he does not want to tell these people they have to stay. He walks over, he thinks about it for a second, you see him come back to the corner of a desk and kind of slumps his shoulders and says, "Okay, y'all, we got to keep on counting." And then you see him take their coats off, get the ballots out. And then a secondary thing that you'll see on there is you'll have people who are counting ballots who a batch will go through, they will take them off and run that through again. What happens there is a standard operating procedure. If there's a misscan, if there's a misalignment, if it doesn't read right, these are high-speed, high-capacity scanners. So 3 or 4 will go through after a misscan. You have to delete that batch and put it back through again. And by going through the hand tally, as the secretary pointed out, we showed that if there had been multiple ballots scanned without a corresponding physical ballot, your counts would have been a lot higher than the ballots themselves. And by doing the hand tally, we saw 2 specific numbers that were met. The hand tally got us to a 0.1053% off of the total votes cast and 0.0099% on the margin, which is essentially dead on accurate. Most academic studies say on a hand tally you'll have between 1% and 2%, but because we use ballot marking devices where it's very clear what the voter intended, it made it a lot easier for us to conduct the hand count and show that none of that was true.
Now, I understand that when you review these tapes,
The app says that the statement balance is almost always wait, hold on, shit. Wait, I said one wrong thing. I corrected myself, but let me reiterate. As you spend money, at the end of the month, you're going to owe a certain amount on your card, that's probably going to be the statement balance. Your current balance is probably always going to be a little bit higher than the statement balance because the current balance might have charges that are not showing up in the statement balance yet because they were either done at the end of the month or you're in a new month. As long as but my guess is going to be the interest is only calculated on the statement balance month to month. So as long as you're always paying off the statement balance in full, then you're probably not paying any interest. That's why I said don't close any of your accounts, just stop using the card. I feel like people overhype that shit. I don't think having like 15 irrelevant fuck credit cards open, like... My statement balance is higher than my current balance. What does that mean? Then I don't know that you paid some of it off. I have no idea. You refunded some of it? I'm not sure. Thoughts on credit card churning to maximize points and benefits? Yeah, if there's good offers available, go for it, yeah. Someone suggests closing a card. Yeah, definitely don't do that. My mom had taken a card out my sister's name when she passed. My sister closed it and it tanked my credit score for a little bit. I doubt it'll have that big of an impact. I mean, like, just, if you want to keep a card open, just be careful it doesn't have, like, yearly fees or something attached to it. You don't want to be paying yearly fees on a card for, it's fucking retarded. Okay, hold on. What do I have open?
I'd like to congratulate Vladimir Putin for having made yet another great deal. Did you see the deal we made? I'd like to congratulate Vladimir Putin.
Okay.
I also think, that there's something comparable, between
He's probably shitting on Biden or something about some Ukraine deal or something.
But I also think, that there's something comparable, between abortion and slavery, and that, but I also...
Man, we're really going hard on these 5 to 10 second clips. Oh my God. Bro, this was dark times. Did these people ever get paid? What are your USB dropout noises from? It's this fucking Stream Deck. Anytime I like tap a USB cable back here, it connects or reconnects. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the motherboard or the cable. It's fucking annoying. But I think we're getting a new computer in 2 weeks. Whenever those new AMD chips come out. Uh-oh. $11 years old. Probably older than that.
The Onion's election
This, I'm sorry, this video, not those girls.
2012. We decide, not you. Brought to you by
2012. Oh, okay.
or 7 election. Voting rights available at participating locations only.
Responding to the widespread criticism of voting procedures that has plagued the state since the 2000 election, Florida officials announced today its plan to experiment with new 600-lever voting machines.
The machine operates through a very straightforward process that we think is going to give Floridians the peace of mind that their votes will be counted. First, the voter walks into the booth, then turns on the machine using these 30 levers at the top, and then enters their names and social security numbers using the alphanumeric levers near the bottom here. Right about now, the voter's going to have to find the two levers on the machine that are exactly identical and pull them at the same time. Then they're going to have to pull up this flap and push the flap back down.
The new 22-foot-tall steam-powered machines, which officials are hailing as, quote, the future of voting, each feature over 45 separate panels of levers, along with an intricate series of valves, knobs, cranks, and pumps, all designed to streamline the electoral process.
This is actually only about a third of the device. The rest of it I've sent out for lubing. I first drew up plans for this baby maybe 30 years ago, but I made a few changes for today. There's a row of pedals down at the bottom which spray water up on the pistons. They'll need to check every 15 minutes or so and make sure a bird hasn't been stuck up in the ventilator. Happens from time to time.
According to officials, the revolutionary mechanical voting system employs various checkpoints throughout the 4-hour-long process to make sure voting is completed without controversy.
Right about here, we have a lever maze. Screw in one of the 3 fuses, diagonally shifting lever. It's right about this time where we're going to ask people to bring in their own pipe wrench from home. Now, if they are wrong, rather like a Rubik's Cube, pair of tweezers, they will get a tiny shock. They'll have to pull every 5 minutes or this whole process restarts entirely.
Early versions of the 600-lever machines were placed in Tallahassee area voting districts for January's Republican primary.
The whole machine started to shake and then water started filling up the entire voting booth. Some volunteers came with buckets and shut the machine off, and then they told me I was done. I'm just happy I was able to vote.
Officials said that
Have you seen Venezuela voting system? They use fingerprint ID and voting ID card. Okay.
apart from one minor fire started due to a unit overheating, they considered the trial, quote, an unmitigated success.
And then they'll pull the final lever, and the ballot will be cast. Now, some of this may seem confusing, but every voter will be given a comprehensive 2,200-page manual when they enter their precinct that will explain exactly what to do.
Officials also noted that should Floridians decide to vote straight-ticket Republican, they can just hit the big red button in the center of the machine. Keep checking theonion.com for more as this story develops.
Shit, okay. This kid saved up all week for an ice cream, spent $5, dropped it after the 5th lick. I didn't buy him another one. Life is hard. He took it well. Idiot. Was that just propaganda? Voting machines can't be that complicated. I'm trying to remember if the Florida voting machines were... I thought that they just had like some weird... You can buy the 2000 Florida... I don't know. I don't remember if they were weird or not. If they had some weird questions or something. The butterfly ballots had to do with the machine not like fully cutting out the thing. Or no. Those are the hanging chads, but they came from the butterfly ballots, I thought. Prop in the studio on election night? That actually would be kind of a sick prop. Oh, I can collect shit because I'm rich. I should buy cool shit. How much do these things cost? You're right. This is stuff I can collect because I care about politics. Well, 2000 voting machine, Florida. Are these real? I can't tell if this is real or not. What if I get scammed? Belgium was one of the first countries to use voting computers. Something very weird happened in an election where a cosmic ray flipped a bit in the counter. They found out because the total amount of votes was too much and exactly overshot by the integer corresponding to that bit. Am I retarded? Can you store a whole integer in a bit? Isn't a bit only 1, 0, or 1? I don't know enough about, I don't know any comp sci. I feel like flipping a single bit in a computer, there'd be some kind of error correcting mechanism or something that wouldn't. Cosmic ray is what programmers say when they can't figure out the bug. Oh, 1 bit of a 32-bit integer was flipped. Oh, just kidding. Because the count increased by 1024. Oh, okay. This thing is fucked, bro.